So we literally just did a video yesterday about Tommy Lee allegedly being on drugs or being in possession of drugs. Whatever the case is, we saw the police records and it sure definitely said that it was Tommy Lee. Now she's coming out doing claims that she is not on drugs or she wasn't caught selling drugs. Chat, I don't know. We about to talk about it though.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you, on you, what you want this? Shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
What's up, y'all? So some of y'all know me from doing story times, some of y'all know me from my commentary, and others of y'all know me from my spiritual tarot readings. Now, nonetheless, I have a Patreon that I want y'all to go check out because every video that I upload to YouTube is automatically flagged by the algorithm. Not to mention the fact that I'm black and LGBT, but that's a commentary video for another day, child. Okay? So over on patreon.com/skysantana, I want to be able to offer y'all early uploads, extended versions of videos, story times, both old and new, as well as exclusive content. Because best believe that there is a lot of tea I be wanting to get into, but I would like to keep my channel. Okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. So do me a favor and go sub to my Patreon. Now, also, for those that don't know, I am psychic. I'm an intuitive healer, a light worker, as some would call it. Baby, I'm gifted, okay? I used to run a channel called Alana Souls for a few years where I would put out intuitive messages, predictions, zodiac readings, but now I'm starting to transfer all of that content over to this channel and merge those entertainment and spiritual worlds. So I did want to inform y'all that I do offer personal alignment readings featuring tarot, astrology, and other divination tools. And, you know, once in a blue, y'all can catch me on live. We could get a quick reading done as well. Now, if you're stressed out, confused in your life direction, unsure about your love life, career, money, going through your Saturn return, even if you got a fake friend, I can help you. I consider my alignment sessions to be spiritual therapy. Let's break you down to help build you back up. Okay, let's figure out who you are and where you come from to understand where it is that you're going. How many times in life do we get to a certain age or past a certain obstacle and wish that we would have known XYZ ahead of time? Well, now you can. So if y'all don't go book a reading with me on my website, thealignmedsouls.com, and allow me to whip that butt back into shape and align you back to your highest good and highest soul, baby. I love you all for real now. And HD boo.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
Okay, what's going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, aka Chi. And listen, we are back for another Let's Talk About It. And yes, so we fool, baby. It is me. I'm on camera. Okay, so listen, if you put this video on and then ran to go cook some dinner, or you at the gym on the treadmill or whatever, baby, pay attention to the screen. I am back on screen, at least for this video. Okay, now we got to get into this whole Tommy Lee shenanigans, okay, because different sites are reporting different things. Tommy is saying something different than what was initially reported. I don't necessarily know if I believe Tommy, and even if it was a mistake, I mean, we're gonna get into my opinion, okay? But y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and like the motherfucking video.
Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go. Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go.
Okay, so this comes from Hollywood. What is this? Hollywood News Hip Hop. Okay, no. This is hotnewhiphop.com. Okay, it says Tommy Lee had epilepsy, medication, not coke during arrest, reps claim. That's a weird ass way to title that, Ben Mock. Okay, but it says the reality star was arrested in Miami last night. Okay, hold on. Let me try and get the right angle. You know, it's been a while since I've been on camera. Okay, let me see if I can get a better angle. Hold on now. Y'all ain't doing shit. Let's see. Let's see. Red light, green light, red light, go. Okay, let's see if we could get a better angle. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so it says Tommie Lee had epilepsy medication, not coke during arrest. Reps claim. I mean, just based off the title alone, since when is Tommie Lee epileptic? We ain't never heard a day in our lives about Tommie Lee being epileptic or whatever the fuck you call it, or having seizures. But okay, let's get into the article. Okay, let's try to have a little bit of faith here. So it says earlier today, August 20th, I guess this was reported 2 days ago, it was reported that Tommie Lee had been arrested in Miami. Her charges included possession of a controlled substance, in quotation marks, cocaine or snow, okay, and breaching the peace. Prior to her, well, okay, now wait a minute. Before we even get deep into this article, whether or not she had cocaine, we know that she usually does. We know that she usually on it. And breaching a peace is Tommie Lee. Call the fucking cops, okay? It's Zeus. Now, prior to her arrest, Lee was reportedly leaving a restaurant after a verbal altercation with an employee. However, it's unclear how she went from dramatically leaving a restaurant to being a... Listen, I couldn't be a blogger. I could not be a blogger because they be trying to be so unbiased, but it's like, come on now. It says, however, it is unclear how she went from dramatically leaving a restaurant to being arrested on possession charges. Like, again, it is Tommie Lee of the Zeus Networks. Call the fucking cops. It's Tommie Lee. We know exactly how that happened. Okay. But Lee, whose real name is Atasha Jefferson, has struggled with alcohol abuse in the past and has been accused of dabbling in other substances. I don't think she was dabbling, like she was full on nose diving in that shit. Okay. But it says in 2019, Lee was arrested and indicted on child abuse charges for allegedly physically attacking her middle school aged daughter. She bounded out, later appearing in court for the case and getting arrested again for being drunk. Now, sources claim that at the time that the stress of the situation had caused her to relapse and that she had been working on becoming sober leading up to the court appearance. However, there's already been an update in the case. Now, this comes from the Neighborhood Talk, and it says representatives for Tommie Lee say alleged coke founder arrest was her friend's epilepsy medication. How convenient? How fucking convenient? Okay, is it a coincidence? I ask you, is it a coincidence? Let's go ahead and go over to this post on the Neighborhood Talk. Child, if we can even find it, I thought it was going to come up automatically, but I guess we can find it. Who is this? Oh, that's a video for another day. Child, can we find the video? Can we find the video? Because y'all know how I like to do. I like to come up with the comments. Come on, now. It was only posted yesterday. Why we can't find it? Y'all see how these vlogs be playing? Like, the story was literally just posted last night, and I can't find it nowhere up here. Did they delete it? Did Tommie pay for them to take it down? Because y'all know how they be. Y'all know how these reality stars be. Okay. Well, we're going to try to find it just a little bit more. If I can't find it, we're just going to go back to the original post. You know, I was trying to get some of the thoughts and opinions. Okay, right here. Okay, we found it. So it says that representatives for Tommie Lee say alleged coke found during arrest was her friend's epilepsy medication. Neighbors, we reported that Tommie Lee was arrested on drug possession charges in Miami after having a run-in with law enforcement. We spoke exclusively with her team, and they are denying the arrest report's claims. Per Tommie's team, okay, she was leaving a restaurant after having a dispute with a disrespectful employee. Okay, Tommie, was an employee disrespectful, Tommie, or were you? Okay. But her team alleges that she was only approached by law enforcement because they were familiar with her. Now, wait a minute. Okay, so her team is making claims that the only reason why she got even seen and noticed by the cops is because she'd been arrested so much. I mean, listen, that's the one time that they done told the truth throughout this whole story so far. Okay. But it says they chose to handcuff and arrest her on grounds of drug possession, despite the fact that the drugs were, in fact, her friend's epilepsy medication, they said. Now, they seized upon this as an excuse for her arrest when no other valid reason was evident. It's completely understandable that she felt infuriated by this unjust treatment, especially when she was just spending her own hard earned money. They continue. They claim that there were more severe things happening at the restaurant. An intoxicated individual was allegedly making threats. Tommie's team says police should have been investigating that instead. Now, of course they did. Of course they did. And as far as whether Tommie was really snorting white powder, it's safe to say nobody really knows. Okay, and then they put that with the NOSE. Okay, and so we have the text messages here. It says, I have some news for y'all. Guess who came into the jail last night early? This is Atasha Jefferson, aka Tommie. She got arrested at Victory Lounge down here in Miami. Her charges are disorderly conduct, breach of peace, and drug charges. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to be protecting Black women, but listen, Tommie's not one that needs protection because we've seen Tommie turn up. We've seen her turn up sober. We've seen her turn up on Tina. Okay, so this is the one time that she did not have it on her. Even though I don't believe that, I don't buy this whole, okay, it was my friend's epilepsy medication. Tommie don't even look like the type to be around somebody with special needs. Y'all saw the way that she treated Biggie. Y'all saw the way that she treated Biggie, who was sucking her motherfucking dick and going against all the girls and fighting all of her battles for her. And then the second that she was on the phone crying with her and telling her what's going on, Tommie, they saying you not my friend. What Tommie say? Believe him, bitch. So does Tommie strike you as somebody to be around somebody with special needs? No. Okay. And just because this one time, even if she was around somebody that was carrying this medication, it still don't make up for the whole season that she was on Baddies West terrorizing. Because any other time you raising hell. Okay, any other time you conducting yourself in a manner that's not peaceful, where the environment becomes chaotic and abusive and turned up and violent, right? So it's like the one time that you don't have the drugs, it's like, well, I mean, listen, you can't tell karma when it come knocking. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. But let's get back into the story. So, as y'all can see, those are the drug charges. This was the original story. Okay. And if we go through the comments, shout out to TJ. TJ, shout out to him. Somebody says epilepsy medication looks nothing like coke. They need to put her and Jocelyn in the same rehab. No, let's lock them up first. Okay. Let's not forget their violent past and violent present. Okay. Let's lock them up first. And then once they get out of that, then they could go to rehab. Okay. Because listen, some of y'all think that rehab is an end all be all. No, baby, that solves some of the problem. Okay. Like that's going to take care of the drug habit. What we going to do for her violent behavior? Okay. Time still need to be served. Okay. Somebody else says, since when is crack epilepsy? Somebody else says, goes and looks up epilepsy meds. I'm back. And girl, stop lying. Shout out to Ashley Miller. Somebody else says she would have been better off to say it was flour because girl, what? Somebody else said, guess who came to jail? It's crazy. Miss Funky Dineva, shout out to Quentin, says that her rep must work at a call center because is this the best that they could come up with? Somebody else says, so a drug that's a stimulant helps with seizures. And then somebody else says, I don't know, nobody that crush up and snort epilepsy pills. And listen, the verdict is in. The verdict is in. The people have spoken. Ain't nobody buying this shit, Atasha Jefferson. Ain't nobody buying this, Miss Lee. Ain't nobody buying it. Like, again, especially when your name is Tommie Lee, but every time we see you in a scene with somebody, you acting like Chun-Li. Okay, because you turning up and fighting the people and acting like Street Fighter. Girl, again, the way that I feel, I don't care if it was a mistake and it was she didn't have drugs on her. Because y'all, listen, every time motherfuckers go to jail and y'all know damn well that they done did that shit, y'all try to come out and act like they didn't do that shit when they, in fact, did that shit. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Like I keep telling y'all, it's enough girls that's missing. It's enough girls in violent relationships. It's enough going on that my prayers could be going to, that my participation in walks and protests and all of that could be going to. And I'm sorry, Tommie Lee, Atasha Jefferson, my energy don't need to go to that. It don't. Because if they didn't get you in the past, baby, they got you now. So, I mean, I guess maybe she's out on bail because there is a video that she posted. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that before we wrap this up. There is a video that she posted. This comes from Hollywood Unlocked. It says Tommie Lee takes a drug test to prove she's not on cocaine. Okay, come on, like y'all have not been faking weed drug tests for years. But okay, I digress. So this is Tommie, and of course the video has no fucking sound. So I guess we just gotta read her lips, y'all. But she says, stop this nonsense. We're not going to keep trying to run with this very tired story. It's not me, nor will it ever be that drug doesn't fit my aesthetic at all. Stop it. Oh, Tommie, are you sure? Let's go ahead to TikTok. Let's see if we can find it on TikTok.
That easy. Bitch out. That easy. Bitch out.
Gotta go to TikTok. Let me see. Tommie Coke. Just type in Tommie Coke and see what come up. Okay. Thank you. Somebody. Oh, wait. No, we got an example of her. Because y'all remember this.
You can do all that. Bitch, I get TLOs. I get addresses. You feel me? I get motherfucking addresses. Don't play with me, hoe ass nigga. Man, watch out.
I know y'all
Tommie coked up.
I know y'all remember that scene. Let me see if I can find it without Tommie explains the accusation. Okay, let's try this.
$20
without somebody else's commentary, because maybe this is my channel. Okay, so apparently maybe this went on for 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and watch this.
A card. Hair samples only. We're not doing any of that drugstore stuff. None of that. We're going straight up here, med right. Hair samples.
Wait a minute. Did she call Coke drugstore? Like, is she saying that Coke is a drug from the drugstore, or is she saying like her hair? Let's run that back.
$20? Okay. A card. Hair samples only. We're not doing any of that drugstore stuff. None of that. We're going straight up here, med right. Hair samples. And it goes back to 6 months?
Yes.
Yeah, 6 months from now. I wish you can go back my whole life. Play games with somebody else. Y'all going down. Ooh, y'all going down. Y'all going down. My hair tested for cocaine.
Hair tested?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you been here before?
No, this is my first time.
Wait. Wait. Not Tommie coming into the building. And the lady's like, are you new here? Have you been here before? And she's like, no, this is my first time. Are you sure, Tommie? Are you sure? Let me run it back.
Tested for cocaine. Y'all going down. Y'all going down.
Y'all going down. Maybe ain't nobody going down but you. To jail.
Ooh, y'all going down. Y'all going down. My hair tested for cocaine.
Hair tested?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you been here?
Oh, wait. Okay, now I get it. Because I just said, I was confused. I was like, was she calling Coke a drugstore drug? Like, when she said that, like, was she calling Coke a drugstore drug? Or was she referring to... Now I get it. So I guess when you do like because I wouldn't know. I've never been tested for cocaine. At least I don't think. But I'm assuming that when you get tested for cocaine, they take a strand of your hair. So I guess, at the same time as her doing her drug test, she letting y'all bitches know that she's not bald and that she got inches. So she's pulling a real strand of her hair and not like the yaki down her backy, no synthetic hair. This is her real hair that's getting tested for cocaine. But okay. Okay, Tommie, because I know a sleek pony when I see it. But okay.
Before?
No, this is my first time. Well, you're not gonna play. Sure. $70?
$70 fucking $40. Like, why the fuck is this drug test costing $70? I need to look up how much is Coke? How much does Coke cost? Because last time I checked, I thought Coke was like expensive. But I mean, I guess if you got enough money to do Coke, then you should have enough to be doing a test, I guess. But $70 is extreme, especially when I could go to fucking Dollar General. I could go to Family Dollar Tree and get me a weed drug test for $1.
It's fucking stupid, man.
Sign right here. Just
What's
consent that you will collect the urine and allow us to
yeah.
drug screen.
Which line is for cocaine? Which one? How's it gonna come up for cocaine?
Okay, so is she drunk? Like, is it me? Like, is she drunk or is she hot right now? Is she getting tested? Because you can even hear in her voice, like, which line is it for the cocaine testing? Like, baby, you sound like you on drugs right now. Like, are you high? Are you drunk? Are you coked out? Like, what's going on? Because it doesn't sound like you in your right mind. And it's not helping your case, Tommie.
Just consent that you will collect the urine and allow us to drug screen.
Which line is for cocaine? Which one? How's it gonna come up for cocaine?
The thing is, the line will come up. We're gonna run it right now, and then we're gonna send you the results. Because we don't give you the results now. We don't say give it to you now.
Comment down in the comment box below. Do they do immediate cocaine tests? Like, can I just like piss into a cup and they'll tell me like within 5 minutes, like if I have cocaine in my system? Is that a thing? Let me know.
Tommie is not on coke. Do y'all want to do coke with Tommie?
Okay, now who the fuck is this random ass nigga? Who the fuck is this? Who is this? Who is this random ass nigga that's speaking for her?
Y'all got everybody that be doing all they stuff. They send on the daily. Y'all just not in the public. Y'all just not in the public, but y'all not gonna keep putting something on Tommie. You could call Tommie a hothead if you want by what you see on the internet, but you're not gonna say Tommie is a cokehead without no evidence. It's Tommie.
Okay, and then there's a post that she made to her story. It says, now I challenge everybody in those blog comments to follow up and post your results. That's all I ask is come clean, please, because don't tap out the chat now. I want to see results. I like to laugh to what see. Hair sample goes back as far as a year. Urine is 2 to 4 days. The accusations that were less than 24 hours ago. So although a urine sample would suffice in this moment, I decided to take it a step further and hit y'all with both. So stop playing with me. I don't believe it, Tommie. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. How much you pay them people? How much you pay them people? And when we're going to get the results? Because the results was definitely not in his live stream or whatever the fuck this was that was posted to Instagram. When we going to get the results? Or I'm going to have to come back and do a part 3. Because I don't mind. Okay. But we need to figure out what the hell is going on. Actually, because here's what I want to say. Do what you do. Because I don't like when there's a lot of conversations on social media that don't really happen in real life. There's a lot of conversations. Like one of them is a whole discussion of who can and can't say nigga. That's just one that comes to my mind. But there's a whole bunch of other conversations. And another one is the conversation of coke. Because everybody and their mama be online. Oh my God, coke. You're a cokehead. Da, 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 da. But in person, I've seen a lot. I live in New York City. And I will tell you that as many people as there are doing weed, there are just as many people, if not more, that do coke, right? Because it's a party drug. I don't necessarily judge because growing up, we were taught in school, don't do the hard drugs, this, that, and the third. We was taught a whole bunch of things, right? We was told, wait till marriage to have kids and to have sex and, all of this shit that people be breaking the fucking rules every day, right? And once you start partying and actually get involved in nightlife, you realize like, oh, like it's actually a real thing. Like people really do be, getting hot and da 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 da. And I've been around enough people to know that for a lot of people, it is just a party drug, right? So I don't view it the same as somebody that is just socially doing coke versus somebody like a Tommie Lee or like a Jocelyn that has been violent time after time. And there is no other way to explain their erratic and irrational and random behavior other than they must be coked out. Because the behavior and the violent actions that we've seen them display towards not only themselves, but other people in production on the set of these shows, it has to be more than liquor. It has to be. And it's definitely a lot more than weed. So I don't know who the hell she paid off, because you can say, okay, well, this goes back to a year ago. Well, if memory serves me correct, Baddies West auditions was in September 2022. And it filmed from October to December. They wrapped right after Thanksgiving break. So, like, I don't know if she's like maybe hoping that, okay, with the hair follicle, you know, it's about to be 12 months. So, you know, because, you know, anytime with anything dealing with the doctor, like they give you their best guess as to what something is until it's actually confirmed, right? So they'll say like it could take up to 12 months. It could go as far back as to a year, but really it might be 10 months. It might be 13 or 14. It might depend on the person, right? So I don't know if Tommie is hoping on a slip up like that happening, or if it's really the easy answer and this was all a setup, this was all fake, or she paid these people, right? Mind you, we still have not seen the test results, but I'm pretty sure that if she going this hard, she not going to come back and put up a negative test. Like the whole point of this is to come back tomorrow or at whatever date and then put up a test that says that, you know, she doesn't have coke in her system. And I'm not going to believe it then. I'm not. Because something needs to, like, either that or you mentally delayed. It's either coke or it's giving mental retardation. It's giving slow, but it's giving something. But let the people know. Okay, and since Tommie, you was the first to go out there and say, okay, let me actually do a drug test for y'all. Let me actually set the cameras up and do this, that, and the third. You know, y'all used to seeing me on a different set of cameras. Let me set up my camera and go piss and pull a piece of hair to show y'all that I'm not on crack and I'm not on coke. Okay, cool. Y'all bitches love to be trendy. Y'all love to be ahead of the trends. Hopefully this is a trend that keeps on going. Okay, Jocelyn, you next. Zeus Network, y'all next. Bobby Lights, you're next. Because it can keep going. And notice how everybody that I just say, what do they all have in common? Mona. Not that it's Mona's fault, but I'm just... So I don't know. Let me know down in the comment box below what y'all thought of this situation. Do y'all believe her? Because I don't. I don't. But y'all can act like y'all do down in the comment box below. You can act like you don't. I don't give a fuck as long as you commenting down below as if you give a fuck. Okay? And make sure that you stream my music. Wait, as if I give a fuck. And make sure that you stream my music as if you give a fuck. And I love each and every one of y'all. Okay? In HD video, bitch. Okay? Got y'all. Sign up for the Patreon and go book a reading if you need one. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
I'm trying to fuck now, so baby, let's dance. Fuck up my baby right here on